read is, does media violence lead to the real thing? It started off talking about Jim Carrey, who was in the process of filming Kick-Ass 2. And he decided to distance himself from the movie because it was all while Sandy Hook Massacre went on, and he felt that the movie just showed too much violence towards kids. And this went on to start research of does correlation equal causation? And in this article, it explained do violent video games affect aggressiveness in people's lives from playing video games? For example, lung cancer. Just because someone has smoked a cigarette does not mean that they got lung cancer because of that. There's some people that develop lung cancer and have never smoked a cigarette in their life. So you can't always think that correlation does cause causation. If I were going to look further into this, I would look in research databases and examine different articles and different studies, because they would have to look at a broad census, because you'd have to look at young kids to older kids and see how they develop and if it affected them. I think that it relates to methodology, because methodology's main definition is correlation doesn't equal causation. Just because two variables do go together, it doesn't mean that they technically go off each other and can correlate. For example, the SAT. It is likely that it is said that taller people do better on the SAT, and this could be because of many reasons. It may not just be because taller people are smarter. For example, boys are taller, and it is known that boys do better on the SAT. Also, because boys are taller, it could mean that they're able to cheat more. And just because of this, there's a lot of different risk factors that are involved, and it doesn't just mean that these two things are based off one another. So I learned to always research before guaranteeing, because you just never know if two things do cause each other, because most likely it's because of risk factors surrounding their environment.